Ant-Man is the first movie in this Ant-Man series, and I think that the new movie, Ant-Man and the Wasp, is just slightly better. So, Ant-Man and the Wasp is the sequel to Ant-Man, like I've said before, and after what happened in Infinity War, this was a refreshing, low-stakes movie, and I thought that was very nice to see. We haven't seen that in a while, and it just felt good after Infinity War. So, this movie takes place about 2 years after this movie, which puts it right around the time of Infinity War. It shows aftermath of Scott Lang's life after what happened in Civil War. The acting was incredible. Paul Rudd's hilarious, and the rest of the cast was great. So Louise from the first movie, if you don't remember him, he's the guy that told those really awesome stories that had nothing to do with what people were asking about. If you've seen the movie, you get what I'm trying to say. He's really funny in this movie, and so is the rest of the crew. And he just does what he does, and it's really funny. And I loved it when he was on screen. The story was well written. People say that the movie started great and then fell apart in the third act. I would have to disagree strongly because I loved the third act of the movie, but it sort of started out, it was okay for the first act and a half, and I like how it picked up in the third act. The action effects and stunts are really good in this movie, and none of the effects looked fake to me. I think they are a bit of a step up, the action is, from the first one. It was just, overall, a more action-packed movie. Alright, so now that I've gone over most of the positives, let's go over some of the negatives. Ghost, the villain. While I thought she was better than Yellow Jacket from the first one, she was still a bit bland. She had a sympathetic story, but she didn't really have anything that set her apart from all the other Marvel villains, like, say, Loki, Thanos, or Killmonger did. And Walton Goggins, he played a character in this movie. I can't remember the character's name, but I know he was good in his role. But the fact that I can't remember his character's name has to say something. And his character didn't even really need to be there in order for the story to go on. There were some scenes in the first act, first half of the second act, that just weren't really scenes that I enjoyed all that much. I mean, they were enjoyable scenes, they just weren't as good as the ones later. There's a scene where they go visit a school, but I don't really want to give away spoilers, so I'm not going to go deep into that. So this movie is just like all of Marvel's content, but, you know, it still works for all of Marvel's content. Not all of the movie was great, but it was still a pretty darn good movie. If I were to give the first Ant-Man a 9 out of 10, I would also give this a 9 out of 10. Okay, so if I think that both Ant-Man and Ant-Man and the Wasp are 9 out of 10, which one makes me think one is better than the other? I'd probably have to say that Ant-Man and the Wasp is more action-packed with better action, and it could be more fun to watch, so I think Ant-Man and the Wasp could be more rewatchable, and that's probably why I think it's better. Yes, that is my review on Ant-Man and the Wasp. Thank you so much for sitting through my review. If you want to, leave a like, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you next time.